Hi there, it's Bob Chu from Sand and Sea Marine here in Stuart, Florida. Today I'm going to show you a 2019 30-foot conch. Hardcore fish boat, no questions about it. If you're not familiar with conch, it was originally built and designed in Massachusetts, but the primary user base was in Key West. There's 10 to 20 of these being run by guides when it was a 27 conch, which they still make today, running those boats out of Key West, Florida in the 80s. So this boat is a 30. They've taken the hull and they've extended the transom and changed the angle of the dead rise on that platform area to give it a little different performance characteristic, slightly come on plane easier than the 27. I want to show this boat to you. You're going to be amazed. It's a 2019, a boat that's been to the Bahamas and back many times chasing tuna. So welcome aboard the 30-foot conch 2019. So I mentioned this is a hardcore fish boat, primarily used chasing birds over on the corner looking for tuna. You can see it's an entirely flush floor with sea deck, stylish sea deck design across the entire cockpit, full combing pads, 360-degree, multiple rod holders. I know it's in the ad. I can't remember the number. Something really crazy, like 70. Little pitch bait wells. They're not plumbed, but one on either side. You could plumb them or just plug them, put water in them, and keep a bait there for a short period of time before taking it out. Massive storage here. I use that word a lot, but I don't know any other word to use. Obviously, you can fit tuna in here. Any other species, giant wahoo, whatever you'd like, people. You know, it's, yeah, I could get lost in this. I mean, this is easy just to show you halfway up my thighs. And yes, I could lay down in it easily. So really well insulated, divided in the middle for those days where you don't have a lot of fish and need that whole box. Very cool. So this boat has 3 live wells, 85 gallons, 85 gallons, and 45 gallons. This is one of those live wells. Really deep, up forward here, great spot for pitching baits off the bow. Clear top. Those 3 live wells are connected to a hooker live well manifold system, which is the best in the industry as well. The console here, it is missing a cushion. I would need to replace that for sure, but this is the access point and its major storage area. You could put a head in there if you want it. It has access to the battery switches, all the circuit breakers, the key switches for the motors are down below, so you don't have to stare at them all day long. There are start-stop buttons at the helm. Open that door, get you into more wiring. There's batteries below, power steering pump, shelves on either side. Of course, that's got the Coast Guard kit, battery charger, and so forth, all below there. Great access. Normally, most guys would put a cooler here if they're not actively fishing out of this live well. So, Key West hardtop, of course. You see, you got an open array Simrad radar, great for finding birds. Below that is a Lumitec Light Bar if you head out early in the morning or get home late. It's all functional stuff. You have a forward spreader, aft spreader, 80 gauge enclosure with vent, all pretty common stuff. Down each side of the console, you have 5 rod holders for vertical rods. And of course, they clear your Key West top. So when we get to the helm of this conch 30, you can see it's all business here. Start with the electronics, 2 large Simrad displays. All your switches are here, up, out of the sun, out of the weather. There's a little storage area across the bottom here. It's something that Conch's been doing for years. When you get to the helm, it's a JL audio system. There's plenty of speakers on this boat and amplifiers. That's all in the listing. The hooker pump, dual pump hooker Livewell system controls here. Your Merc gauge, Simrad autopilot, man overboard system. So if you were to fall out, it'll kill your motors. The Simrad remote for these, if you had this closed and you wanted to operate those, you could do so here. Mercury dual helm, binnacle, Lenco trim tabs with indicators. Really cool fiberglass pod built onto the console itself. Stainless wheel with knob, and your start-stop buttons are here underneath, just like an old classic sport fish boat. Really, really cool. If we look up above in the electronics box, Icon VHF. So I don't want to overlook this. This is a very custom feature, very expensive to build this into your boat. But you notice the console has toe kick. The rod holders have toe kick underneath them. The leaning post also has toe kick. So you're building multiple molds and blending them. A lot of man hours. You'd say, why bother? Well, that's what a custom boat is all about. You have something that they don't, it's not a production boat. They're not worried about building, 600 or 2,000 boats a year. They're probably building 24 boats a year is my estimate. So there's two large JL Audio subs here. Again, I forget the whole stereo system, but I can see 8 speakers. Yeah, two more there. It's on the listing. Very substantial. Storage underneath here, of course, as well. Rod holders, cup holders across the backside. Also, you'll see a fold-out massive tackle storage area. I use that word all the time, but it is. It's very large. Ruler on board. Frigid rigid on a track. You pull the pin, it slides aft so you can open it. The second Livewell. Again, a deep, readily accessible Livewell. And the third Livewell. So there's no shortage of live bait positions. Also, we have two outboard storage compartments. Pretty straight and simple. Then access to the bilge. There's your hooker Livewell system right there. Everything else is readily accessible and very professionally plumbed. Again, that's what you get in a semi-custom / custom boat. The power package on this 30 Conch. These are 300 horse Mercury Pro XS 4-strokes. These motors have 1,200 hours on them. I can assure you a lot of people hear 1,200 hours, and if they're not seasoned offshore fish guys, that might concern them. These motors have been serviced properly since day one. The owner has the service records, and at 1,200 hours, these are probably maybe at a third of their realistic lifetime. So have no fear. The last time this boat was used by the owner, he ran to the Bahamas, to the corner, caught fish, and came back. So you'll love this whole package that it's sitting on. It is lift kept. There is no trailer, but super clean, ready to use. Has a few nicks and dings here, as any fish boat would, but in general, super, super, super nice, shiny, gel coat's in great shape, ready to fish. If you have interest, my name again is Bob Chu, Sand and Sea Marine. My cell phone number is 772-285-4780. Thanks again.